suspect to be extradited in Shanquella Robinson's death. Here is what we've learned right now. A new development in the death of the 25-year-old. As you may recall, it was October 28th when she went on vacation. She's a Winston-Salem State University student. She visited San José del Cabo with 6 of her purported friends, only to be found dead 1 day later inside their luxury rental. Those friends said she died of alcohol poisoning. Now, nearly a month after the death, the FBI is on the case. We've told you about that. And Mexican prosecutors are seeking to extradite one of Robinson's friends as a suspect in her death. Mexican prosecutors said last week an arrest warrant for the crime of femicide has been issued for a woman suspected of fatally assaulting Robinson. Prosecutors said they were working on extradition proceedings with Mexico's Attorney General and the Foreign Affairs Ministry. The autopsy, which we also covered on the show, deepened the mystery of her death. The cause of Robinson's death was severe spinal cord injury and atlas luxation. That is instability or excessive movement in the uppermost neck vertebrae. So very painful stuff here. That's according to a copy of her death certificate obtained by CNN affiliate WBTV. The death certificate classified Robinson's death as an accidental or violent, noting the approximate time between injury and death was 15 minutes. It's tough to hear some of that. And in the weeks after her death, that infamous, really disgusting viral video showed Robinson being beaten by an, as of yet, unidentified woman. It remains unclear when the video was taken or if it captures the moment she suffered the fatal injury. That said, Robinson is seen being thrown to the floor, beaten on the head in the video. We're not showing the video. That's what we've decided here at Indisputable. It is just disgusting. Her death resulted from a direct attack. Evidence showed the death resulted from not an accident, involved a female friend of the victim. Prosecutors said Mexican authorities have said the death occurred in San José del Cabo. FBI said it occurred in nearby Cabo San Lucas. The agency has not answered at least CNN's request for comment on this. Additionally, the suspect has not been publicly identified. Mexican officials have not named the suspect, but confirmed she is a US citizen who is believed to be inside the United States currently. No one has been charged in the case. Authorities have not released the names of Robinson's friends. The suspect could be prosecuted in the US or Mexico. Let's explain. Mexico and the US have a long-standing extradition treaty and a history of cooperation on such matters. According to CNN legal analyst Joey Jackson, on the one hand, he says you could see Mexico engage in the prosecution. Joey Jackson went on to say, on the other hand, we certainly have a statute in the United States that would provide for our government to be involved. In the event that you go overseas and an American citizen is ultimately killed by another American citizen, there's a statute that could provide for the prosecution to take place in this country. All of this while Robinson's family awaits more information from authorities and those purported friends. So Jeff, number one, with these developments, because there's a lot of activity on social media, a lot of people want this person in custody. And they really want to go further than that. They want this person charged, convicted, all of it based on that gruesome video. Do you think it's more beneficial for Mexico to charge and prosecute here if the case goes that far, or the United States?
No, send her back here. No, send her back here so the family can ID her, and not only that, but put eyes on her. Look, Sharon, and you know this better than I will ever know this. The most disrespected person in America is the black woman. The most unprotected person in America is the black woman. The most neglected person in America is the black woman. Malcolm X said that 60 years ago, and apparently it needs to be applied to, and how you put it, her purported friends. For her to have a spinal cord injury, and I haven't seen the video, so I'm glad y'all didn't see it. But for her to have a spinal cord injury from a fight, that has to be rare. So I'm just wondering, and hopefully the US justice system can find this out, if this was premeditated or there was something planned ahead of time for this to happen. because some squabble between two individuals because there was, I don't know, an accident or incident. No, a spinal cord injury, like I can see if somebody got hurt or injured or bruised or bloody or something like that. Bring her on here so we can find out what went on. I mean, my word, this individual, whoever did this, probably laid eyes on Shanquella's mother and friends and family. They probably know this individual. And so I wanna know who this person is personally. And even if Mexico did handle it themselves, we would find out all this information. But no, I want the justice to be served here.
Yeah, I think I tend to agree with you. I also don't want any more hardship for this family, this father who the father looked at the video. I skipped over it each and every time. I could not stomach it. I did not want to see it. The description's enough horrific. What is described is just horrific. What do you think? Because I'm just as disgusted by the commentary that's been reported, that I've read, by the person recording here.
I should have better commentary than that. All of this is weighty and very, very tragic. And for me, again, I'm just gonna wait for more details to come out because a lot of the information came from when they called medical attention for Shanquella and decisions that were needing to be made at that time. And then apparently she had a seizure, and then they sought further medical attention after the first person that was there sought for her to be sent to the hospital, and the friends declined. So all of this is at the very least negligent and at the most murder. And I'm leaning more heavily on the murder side, seeing the extent of her injury. So again, I should have more commentary than that. But again, this is very heavy because again, these were supposed to be her friends. She went there to have a great time and she didn't come back. This all took place a day after she arrived. Like what happened in I don't know, a mere 36 hours in that time? Sure. What could have went on in that time?
Yeah, she was dead the next day. Here's what we do know. Based on what we see, there's gotta be some kind of hatred. Okay, you have a young lady who appears to be intoxicated, who's naked, who's being filmed, who's being beaten, okay? We don't even need to know if that resulted in her death. That's hate-filled right there. And you mentioned how the black woman is the most disrespected person. The length of time it took.
Yes.
On the one hand, I'm so angry that this video was put on the internet and has made the rounds because this young lady, this beautiful young lady is gone. And that is now part of her legacy, just disrespected in death as well. On the other hand, had it not been put out, would she ever have an opportunity at justice at all?
Good point, good point.
And there's the rub. So we'll keep following it, a lot more to learn, including the identity of this reported friend who now has that warrant out and is said to be extradited or will be.